Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, guys. And I want to say, how you guys doing? And I'm your mixing engineer host, Mr. International himself, Andrew Rayburn. And I know I normally have a little bit of, intro and that whole thing going on, but today we're going to be talking a very special topic here. I'm going to do some freestyle here. And of course, guys, if you want to support me, of course, you can go on my website here, YouTube channel here. You can donate on Cash App and PayPal. If you want to learn how to mix Pro Soca in the box, there's a link in the description here, which you can learn how to get that Pro Spotify ready, mix ready. And trust me, guys, people that sign up for this course are not complaining, man. They love it. Get that fat sound. And of course, guys, I have two rhythm out. My reggae roots, cool and high praise rhythm is out. You want to make sure you take a look on that. That's in stores, so you want to get that nice, solid reggae vibe. Look up my store, guys. But today, we're going to be talking about freestyle here. We're going to be talking about sequencing soca guitars here. And the reason why I'm doing the show like this is I want to do it from scratch so you guys can understand how you can get good authentic soca guitar. It don't have to be a really realistic sound. You can use a VST, which I'm going to use now in Studio One. And so let's get right down into it. And of course, guys, remember you can support me and donate for that nomination trip I was telling you about. I need your help to get to Atlanta, guys. I need to raise at least close to 3,000 US. Donate any amount, and of course, what I can do for you, if you donate $30 or more, I accept whichever amount you want to give. But if you give $30 or more, I can get you 2 mixed songs, which is practically a giveaway here. So support me on that. A donation on PayPal and Cash App. We accept that. It's going to be happening June 23rd to 24th. But enough of that talk. You know how Ray-Ban does it. So let's get into sequencing some soca guitars here. And let's dive into it. So as you can see here, guys, this is why you're not hearing anything. I just have a drum right here. That's all I have here. And the reason why, because I'm going to show you how I can sequence the guitar. I was going to show you how to do it on the MIDI keyboard, but I ran out of ports on my machine here. But let's get to it here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish up. Putting together just a rough soca rhythm here. Then I'm gonna get to the guitar part and show you how do we do it in Studio 1.6. So let's go. So I have the drum here. Here we go. And so I'm gonna lay down some hi-hats here. So I'm gonna bring up my metronome here. Here we go. I'm gonna wait for that bar to pass. Here we go. Okay, so we have some action happening there. So what I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna put a toms in there. So let's go ahead and do it real quick. Now, what I'm doing here, guys, is typically when I'm doing soca music here, I'm doing a loop here, and I have my mode set to bars and beats here. So bars and beats. So if I go on, if you look up here, right up here, you can see I have the snap on, which is going to help me maintain the bar snap, so I can loop it precisely. And you can see right here under time and time base, so you can switch it to bar and beats time linear. And that's what I'm doing, so I can get that nice flawless loop, so we don't have to do a lot of stuff here. So I have the toms coming in here. Now I'm not doing any mixing today, but we're gonna experiment with a little bit of effects and stuff. Let's see what we got here. I think I have a bass here. I'm gonna put into as well. So we have a basic. If I want to, I can add maybe a percussion in there. Let's go ahead and do that. That's for the sake of the tutorial here. So I'm gonna go down to percussions here. See what I can use here. I'm using. Let's see what I can do with this. Let's put that in there. Bring a metronome. Now I'm gonna go I'm using the stock plugin here that comes with Studio One. Artist 6, I'm using Presence here. I'm using the clean guitar here. This is how it sounds. So what I'm gonna do, if you can look at, let's see, can I let the UI get a little bit bigger? I guess not. But I'm gonna be playing this song in the key of C here. Now there's two ways I can do this particular guitar pattern here. I'm running 120 BPM, and I'm going to show you the first variation here. So here we go. I'm going to do it so we're going to hit the record button there. And we're going to go into it. Here we go. Now that's the first variation here. I'm playing that straight chords. Now and my left hand is playing the bass note. I hit the bass note first, then I hit the chord G, A minor, and then we go down to F major. So we hit the bass first. We go down, boom, bum, bum. The bass go to down, bump, and then the chord answers. So that's what I'm doing with this first variation here. Now, just for a little bit of fun here, I don't like to use dry tones here, so I'm gonna pull up a quick reverb here. Let me drop in a little bit of Valhalla here, just so we can get a little bit of wet sound going here. On this production that we're doing for teaching purposes. I'm gonna do a little quick EQ settings there. I'm not gonna do too much. And let's send the guitar to that reverb there that we just created. Now it has a little bit more atmosphere here, which we're doing here. So this is the first variation here. Now let's do a second variation here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another instrument track here. I'm going to hit the letter T. And I'm just going to go ahead and add an instrument track here. I'm going to add that to my Presence. So now the other move that I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to do a little bit more of constant, like that strum and feel. So that's what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna mute the first track here that we did. So we're gonna work on the variation 2. I'm gonna call it guitar 2. Here we go. Now I'm getting a little bit more vibe to this variation here that I'm doing here. So I'm liking this version here, as compared to the first one. Let's play the first one. So I like the second variation. You can go to taste, whichever one you want to use. But this is the basic way how you put down guitars, and you can do a little bit of picking there. Now what I'm gonna do now with this third variation here, when it comes to sequencing soca guitars here, the third variation, I'm going to add a little bit more expensive sound here. So I'm going to pull up another track here. And I'm going to call this Guitar 3. And I'm just going to do a similar variation that I did like the second one, but we're going to add a little bit more variation on the chords here. So let me hook that up with Presence. So I'm adding a little bit more melodious sound, give it a little bit more realistic sound here. So let's go ahead and put that in. I'm gonna hit the button there. I'm gonna do that over. Let's go again. Let me see here. I think I have a little part in here that I want to tighten up here. I'm going to pull the bass here. I'm going to snap that. Let's bring this back a little bit here. Now I like that as compared to the one that I was doing earlier. So let's go with the second variation here. You might say, Ray, I don't know how to play the extra thing that you were doing. So we're gonna get rid of. I like the third, but we're gonna use the second one. And now what we can do now to add a bit of a vibe to this here, I can go ahead and I'm gonna create a copy of the guitar and mess around with some effects here to give it a little bit of a nice sequence and modern sound here. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna duplicate the track here, and I'm gonna engage the GTR here. I'm gonna mess around with some effects. Let's pull down the mix button a little bit here. Let's see how it sounds. Turn off that. Second copy. Okay. I'm making a copy of the instrument, so I'm gonna bring an entire new copy of Presidents because I don't want to affect the main guitar that I had earlier. So I'm gonna select clean guitar. So I have an entirely different copy of that. Here we go. Now we're going to add a lot of reverb to the second guitar here. And maybe a little bit of a delay here. Extra delay. I'm going to pull this down and let's see if we can add that. I'm going to pull it down a little bit. Now what we can do now, we're layering we're doing the foundation here for the main rhythm, which is the acoustic guitar, and we're using the presence here, a second copy, to get a little bit of electric sound. But let's try to take it a little bit step further. I'm going to engage the GTR on the main acoustic guitar as well, and see if we can get a little bit more interesting sound here. Let's go through maybe some clean settings here. Let's see what we got here. That's a little bit too much delay. Let me go back here to maybe the clean settings here. Add a little bit of phaser here. Now let's see, we're going to use presence again, and we're going to see if we can get a little bit more acoustic guitar sound, and layer that on top of what we have to get a little bit more realer here. It's a clean. Let's try the country guitar. It's a little bit dry. Nylon guitar. Let's see what we have here. Similar to the clean Strato. That one is similar to the clean. Now we're gonna see if we can get this a little bit bright here, so we can add a little bit more realistic vibe here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of EQ on this real quick. That's on the top end there. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a freestyle playing here while I play the rhythm. Here we go. Now notice that I'm adding this acoustic guitar here, and it's adding a little bit more realistic vibe on top of both guitars here. Now I'm going to play around with the EQ here to get a little bit more cleaner sound. So 3 guitars here is giving me a nice foundation. Do I have to use 3 every time? No, but this is what I feel it's going to add. So I'm going to add the bass now to the whole sound here. So I'm going to pull up a bass here. So I'm going to add that in there. So here we go. Now I'm liking that groove that bass is giving me that. Just so it breathes with the rhythm here. I'm gonna add a little bit of EQ here. Taking up that drum section there. And we can top it off from there, guys. Maybe we can add a little bit of a sound there. Maybe a little bit of paddish sound. Let's see here. I can use. Let's pull up another instance of the presence from Studio One. See if we can find. See if we can find maybe a synthesizer that can work to complement and create that atmosphere that I was talking about in previous soca videos. So I'm gonna go down to let's go down to synths. Let's see what we got. So I'm going through these sounds. Saw pad. I think it's fairly low. That sounds nice. You can use something like that too to give you like a nice. Well, you can come out with a guitar to give it a little bit more power if you wanted to. But I'm looking for something that's gonna wrap around what we already played. You know, like some keys. And I'm going through the sounds here. I'm not finding anything as yet here. I don't want to take too long. Let's try the voodoo sets here, maybe the pads. Analog pad. Okay, let's go with that. That sounds okay. So here we go. There we go. Maybe we can shift it up a little bit. It sounds okay, but let's try this one here. Let's go down. I'm gonna try that one there. I'm gonna add some reverb to give it a little bit more width. That's what reverb is good for as well. You can get a lot of width. Put some reverb on good instruments. So I'm going to change up the performance here, and I'll play that pad part there. When do a pluck. There we go. Let's do the lower key. There we go. Drop the volume here. So, what do we learn today, guys? I was using stock sounds here from the presence here in Studio One, and with a little bit of layering, a little bit of EQ on the other acoustic guitar, just to give a little bit of sense of strumming. It's not hard to get a nice soca guitar sequence in here. Remember, I set this thing to bars and beats here, and you go right there on Studio One for a Studio One user. Goes on bar and beats, and leave on the snap button there, the letter N for shortcut there, and you can get some nice composition like what I did freestyle for you guys. So I want to stop there, and this has been sequencing soca guitars, and let me know, guys, what you want me to talk about next. Remember, you can donate to me, PayPal or Cash App, so I can make this trip to Atlanta. You know, I'm doing my utmost best to see if I can attend. This is the first time I've been nominated for Artist of the Year or Song of the Year, and but I'm doing my best, guys. So help me, guys. If I don't, I'm gonna be doing some stuff for you guys, some promotions as a way of giving back to you, because I appreciate your following, your comments, and everything. It wouldn't be Pristine Production page without you guys. You're the one that was asking for courses. You're the one that been asking for topics like these, and I owe all to you guys. Give God thanks for you, the fans. And let me know what you want me to talk about next. If it's a plugin, there's a drum kit out, let me know what you want me to do about it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.